Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Sorry. MikeColleen.com. Buy my book, Crack the Female Code, at CrackTheFemaleCode.com. This is another video on women's inner secrets, okay? All right, so I left off with take care of your needs, guys, so you don't have that desperate, thirsty look on your face, because that is a turn off. And I'll tell you why. It tells you you're desperate, which means you must not have an abundance. You must not be able to provide. You must not be able to attract women. You know, what's wrong with you? Here's the other reason. Her mating system is hardwired from the caveman era to chase you. I don't think I've ever put this in a video before. This is going to be new, but I teach it to all my clients. Remember, I'm talking about the old brain that was designed and developed thousands of years ago. Think of the caveman era. You didn't have jobs. You didn't have banks. You didn't have hospitals. You didn't have any of that stuff. You didn't have grocery stores. So if a woman, a female, wanted to survive, she would chase the caveman. She would follow him. She would do anything to please him, massage him, cook for him, do anything. And here's why. You got to understand, back then there was no roads. You know what you should do? You should walk through, like, especially where I live, you could just walk from here, try to go to San Anselmo. That will take you hours. You will be exhausted. We're so used to walking on sidewalks and paved sidewalks and cement and paved roads that it's easy. Back then, you had to be strong. The caveman, I think the male, when he peaks his testosterone, is at between 800 and 1200. I forget what they call it, DLs or ILs or whatever it's called. The caveman, they said, was something like 3,000 to 4,000. Now, here's the thing you understand. So if the modern male can go as high as 1,200 now, guess what? The female, there's a book called The Female Brain. Buy that book. That is an awesome read. She's saying that the average woman peaks, I think she said, at 85. The average male minimally will hit 800 in testosterone. That's how much stronger we are. When that testosterone kicks in, we're beastly, right? The average caveman was like double or triple that. The average cavewoman was probably about 300, 400 max. So she was still really weak compared to the average caveman. She needed a caveman. Now this is all I'm trying to say. It is in her mating system to chase you. That's what I'm trying to say. So I was at a dating and relationship thing. They invited all the coaches from the San Francisco Bay Area. A lot of us showed up. And there's also people, they wanted us to speak. The owner of this company that brought this together, and she was a confident lady, said, look, if I could just say one thing. Now, this was being televised, by the way, around the world. She goes, if I could say one thing before we start this, guys, give us a chase. Let us chase you. Let us earn it. Stop giving us sex right away. Make us wait for it. Make us please you. And I'm like, whoa, we're in feminist territory. This woman was about 5'11", confident woman. She was the boss, big time, and it was obvious. And I'm like, wow, that impressed the hell out of me, because I've been saying this for years, but a lot of men are like, oh, that's not politically correct. It may not be politically correct, but it is sexually correct. It'll turn her on. And that's what this woman says. She goes, guys, it is such a turn off when you give us sex at a moment's notice. And you're like, oh, here, it's for free. She goes, if we don't feel like we're working for it, it's just something's not right. It doesn't turn us on. Caveman era. She's working for it. She'll cook. She'll clean. She'll do things for him. Oh, there's an article that just came out, and I saved it. Hopefully, I'm going to put this in my blog. So go. It'll be in the blog on the title of this, called "Women's Inner Secrets" is what I'm going to call it. And there is a scientific study. God, I forget who did it. But I'm going to put that in that blog, and therefore you can go look at it. It was saying, I don't know if it was done in France or whatever, but it was an actual study done that men who, and I know this is not politically correct, please understand, I'm trying to save marriages here and get single guys to get the girl. The political correct thing turns women off, okay? It's saying if a husband does the same amount of chores at home as a woman, it is more likely, highly by far, to end up in divorce, because it turns women off. There's a whole segment in my course that I explain this, why it happens, and what's going on. You're trying to be this nice guy. So I'm going to explain a part of it right here. Her mating system has something that I call the cat and mouse game, all right? If she has to chase you, she gets sexually turned on. If you're chasing her, she fucks with you. She plays mind games with you because she has no interest. It's like you've reversed roles. Now you're the girl chasing the girl. All right? That doesn't turn women on at all. Again, remember, the male and female mating system and the male and female brains, the way we're wired, are wired completely in the opposite direction. The male brain is external, the female brain is internal. The way a woman connects with you sexually is first connects mentally through communication, and then through the hidden language for emotional fulfillment, and then sexually. Man goes the other way around. He has connects sexually, has an orgasm, and that opens him up to his heart or emotional fulfillment, i.e. love. Guys, women can't get love that way. They can't get that same feeling that you get. So let me get back to what I was saying. She has to chase you. It excites her, and it makes her know that you are worthwhile. In other words, you're not so damn desperate that, oh, God, somebody, please take me. Somebody, I'm so desperate, I'll take anything. Here's another thing. If you're that easy, you're telling her, the only reason why I'm marrying you, the only reason I'm with you, is because I have no other choice. That does not turn a woman on. That does not make a woman feel good about herself. She wants you to choose her because you have a multitude of choices, 100 women that you could pick to be with that night or in bed or to marry. If you're with her because, well, I'm desperate, that doesn't make a woman feel good. That does not make her feel beautiful. Think about it for a minute, all right? All right, so now I'm going to wrap it up with this. Again, I said this long video, but it fits perfect here. My niece called me up one day, Uncle Michael, and I'm like, yeah. She goes, well, because, you're in this dating relationship thing. I'm like, yeah. She goes, I got a question. I'm like, well, what's that? She goes, why is it that whenever I like a guy, he doesn't like me? And I started laughing hysterically. She's like, what's so funny? I'm like, the reason why you like him is because he doesn't like you. You're having to chase him. And she goes, what? What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, all right. I want to give the shortened version. I go, have you ever liked a guy that didn't even notice you? She goes, yeah, that's why I'm calling you. He doesn't even notice me. I try to be around him. I show up at lunch where he shows up. I try to stand by his classroom. He doesn't, and literally, she goes, he doesn't even notice me. Guys, women do indirect stuff like this, which is why you should buy my book, Sex Signals, because it teaches you all her indirect things that she does that go right over your head. Women are throwing themselves. I guarantee you there's women throwing themselves at you right now, but you don't see it. When you see it, it's going to blow you away. So I'm laughing with Elena. Okay, so has there ever been a guy that you totally liked, you totally wanted to be in a relationship with, but he didn't even notice? She goes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I go, all right. So has one of these guys, maybe someone introduced you, or maybe you sat next to each other in class, so you had to meet each other? She goes, well, yeah, of course. And then next thing you know, you went out to lunch, and then the next day he talked to you, and the third day he says, hey, you want to go to lunch? He goes, oh, yeah. I go, so she went from, oh, yeah, to, in 3 days, she lost interest. I go, did you lose interest? She goes, yeah. She goes, why is that? I go, because now he's chasing you. Here was a guy that you really, really liked, right? Because he didn't even notice you, and now that he is noticing you, now that he is asking you, hey, let's go to lunch tomorrow, boom, you lose interest. She goes, oh my God. She goes, that happens all the time. I go, what about this guy right now? She goes, he doesn't even know my name. I go, do you like him? She goes, oh yeah. I go, prove my point. Done. Guys, there is a secret art to doing all of this stuff that makes it super, super simple once you see it. If you want to pick up on women, and if you want to save your marriage, you have to take this course. You have no other choice. There's no other course on the planet that's doing this. I guarantee you. There's no other course on the planet, not even Tony Robbins, not even the love and relationship experts, that will teach you how to not only save your marriage, but enhance your marriage. Bring back the fun, that cat and mouse game that she loves. I guarantee it. She's going to be so excited and fun. And there's this couple other secrets that I teach you that trigger her mating system and melt her heart for romance, love, and understanding. Hey, this is Mike Colleen, MikeColleen.com. If you really want to catch a clue, buy my book, Crack the Female Code, at crackthefemalecode.com. It is on sale, and there's a series of books in there. I would get the package deal. There's a couple packages. I would get the one for $45. You're going to save, it's $190 or $195 on that alone. Plus, you get an hour with me on the phone or in person if you're in the area. And you can ask any question you want, but you have to read the book, Crack the Female Code, first. I promise you it will blow you away, okay? See you soon. This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Bye.